So today I'm going to show you a really easy, inexpensive way to get your fabrics on bolts. And then you can put those in your cowlicks units, or you can put them in Walmart, QB, Cubbies. They'll fit in those as well, or however you want to store it. I store a lot of mine inside of a cabinet to keep dust off of them. So, but it's up to you how you want to do it. I also don't want to get them faded from the sun. So I do keep them inside of a sewing cabinet that has like a stackable area for fabric. Another place that you can also stack them and put them in bins or places like that. So these, the best way to do this, the least expensive. So you're going to need to have some kind of a cutting surface. This is just $1.25 poster board from the Dollar Tree. Though they do have a better quality project board, foam board. This is like a foam board at Hobby Lobby for $1.99 when they're not on sale. So whenever I do get a chance to get them there, I do pay the extra 70 cents. But for this purpose, buying the $1.25 ones from Dollar Tree are just fine. The one from Hobby Lobby is just about an inch, about a little bit of an inch bigger too as well. But I think this will do. So the next thing you want to do is have something to have a ruler or something. You want to do that. You also want to have a good sharp razors. So you can use these ones are from the Dollar Tree. This one's not from the Dollar Tree, but you can get one like this at the Dollar Tree. But these are, you can get them all the time at the Dollar Tree. You want to make sure that when you're using it, so you want to see this is about, let's see, you want to get the same thickness. So this is, you want to make sure that your blade is going to go all the way through. So you want to make sure you have, so you don't want to have it like this where it's just like 1/4 of an inch, because it's not going to cut all the way through. So you want to have it a little bit bigger, longer. You'll need that. You'll also need some pins to pin the fabric in. So after I roll it up, and I'll show you that process as well, you're going to take a straight pin and do not, I cut myself really good one time. I went all the way through. Don't do that. So the trick that I learned, when you go like this, all you're going to do, if you go straight up and down like this, you're just going to bend and break the pin. So I come in at a side, going through at the diagonal. See how I'm going at the diagonal? And that's going to go all the way through the fabric and hold it closed like I did on this side. I don't know if you can see the pin there, but it's the same thing that you do. So that's a little trick to learn as well. So what we're going to do is I'll put these over here now. And we're going to do our measuring. I'm going to first do this one. I have a lot of fabric to do, but I'm only going to show you how to do one of them. That should be enough for you to be able to do it on your own. But this ends up being, I can usually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can usually get 5 out of a board. So let's just say, let's round it down to $1. That would be 20 cents, and then a little bit more. So around 23 cents per board. And I see them on Facebook Marketplace all the time for the actual fabric cardboard holders, bolts, and those are always $3 to $5 each. So you're going to get so much more. You get 10, 20 for the price of one of those. So, and this does not take long. So, all right, so I'm just going to use my cutting mat here, but I want to go, the good size that I have liked has been like an 8 by 10, 8 by 11. So depending on how much fabric you have to put on that board. So if we went 11 here, then we would be going 11, 11, and I don't believe, and then 8. So here's 8, here's 6. So we need it. So, or we could do, you just want to kind of figure it out. Maybe you would want to do 8. So if we did 8 going up this way, around 8 this way, then we could get 8 that way and 11 this way. So for this purpose, we're going to try today to do, I'm going to do the 11 up. So I'm going to, or 10, I think 10 should, let me just see. how wide this is. I'm sorry, going the wrong way. Oh, so it is 11. Okay, so we'll go for 11 because you want to have, why you want to go is because you want to have a little space here, a little space here. I didn't put this on even enough, but you could have it balanced and that'll just give it a little bit more sturdiness there. So we'll do the 10 here, 11. Was it 11 again? Now I just got all messed up in my head, in my brain there. That is 11. So we'll do 11s. So we'll do like 11 there. And then we're going to go, and I'll just mark it right there. And then I'm going to go here. We'll make it 8. About 8. I'll do like 8.5 maybe. And you can do these whatever size you want. They don't have to be that size. And let me just see if this one is sharper. Okay, and you don't have to make it perfect. So now that felt like it went all the way through. So then here I'm going to take my board here, come here, come to that 8. The other thing with the Dollar Tree project board, if you go against the grain, so to speak, like it has a little bit where the project board from Hobby Lobby is smooth no matter which way, like it almost doesn't have a nap. And this seems to have some kind of a nap to it. So it can get a little rigid on the other side if you don't get it all the way through. But there we go. But it's not a big deal either. So you have a little bit of a, so I'll show you what I mean. See how it comes up a little bit here? The project board at Hobby Lobby doesn't do that. So now you have a template. So the easiest way after you've got that template is just to, and let me just make sure that my fabric, once I lay this out, if you don't have a bolt to start with, you're gonna wanna get a piece of fabric. And I'm gonna fold it in half here, because sometimes it's gonna be wider, you know, depends on the width of your fabric as well. And then you're gonna put it on here, and that's, okay, so it should have been a little bit bigger, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I think this is fine for me. So you might wanna go 11 inches if you have a wider fabric. But this is good enough for me. And I'm gonna use the lightweight fabrics on these, and then maybe I'll make bigger ones, longer ones for the heavier fabric. So now you have a template, and very quickly you can just go through these and make them all. There we go. Then just take your template again and do it again. I'm just going to press hard to try to get through it in one snap. Okay, that makes, so now we've got 3 of them. So now we're going to turn this. This is where we have the issue. So I'm not going to turn it. I think I'm just going to go this way. And now there's a little tiny bit. Let's see. This, I don't even think that's an inch, or maybe it's like an inch. That's like almost just quite a little bit of an inch. So you could go ahead, instead of cutting that off and wasting that, or we could just make the bolts a little bit bigger for the heavier fabrics. So I have some heavy fabric I need to do. So we're just going to take the same time, and then we'll just make these cuts this way. And this way we won't have that, because I think when we go, okay, there we go. So there's one of those. I'll just set those aside because those ones I'll use later. I'll just do another one. That was good. That nice cut there. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of here. And then if you want it, if you had ribbon or something else, you could just cut this one down. And you could just use this to wrap either ribbon or lace, maybe, you know, because you can buy lace in bulk and then you could wrap that around. It would also be good for jute rope, macrame rope, anything where you want to have it like nice and sturdy. And then this I'll just put in my stash of, I have a little basket here where I keep these, because one of the really good things about these is you can use them for drawer dividers. You can also use them to, if you get a pretty box for a gift, and you want to use it to store things in, but it's going to fall apart eventually, because I did that with some of my boxes that someone gifted to me. Then you'll just take these and create another box inside, and that'll make it nice and sturdy and keep it together. So I keep a little stash of those. So many things that you can do with those. So these I'm just going to set aside over here. So we're going to just go ahead. I showed you one. I don't think I need to show you another one. So we'll start with these two, and we'll do two of these. So these are the two. I need a third one because we had the template. So we have three. Okay, we have three of the regular size and two of the large ones. So I got 5 out of that board. If you're better at math than me and want to use a calculator, you could probably figure out a way to get 6 out of the board. So now what we're going to do is we'll wrap one of the boards and see. Let me put some of these things away here. Let me move some of these things out of the way. Oops. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fabric and make it as straight as I can. So I'm going to take it and we're going to just fold it. And just smooth it out. You don't have to iron it or anything. You can just do finger ironing, I call it. So you just take it, make sure it's nice and smooth. And you want to start at your frayed edge area where they cut the fabric, if it's fraying there. And also where you have this fringe here on the one side. If you can make that a little shorter, it'll just look nicer and hold up better, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's good there. I'm going to take one of our boards. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, and I'm not going to bring this one all the way to the end. I'm going to tuck it right here. So I'm tucking it, smoothing it down, and now I'm going to lift the whole thing up and turn it like this. And every time that I take it and turn it, I'm going to push, not real hard because it will bend. I'll take my fingers, push it towards the edge to have a nice, and then I'll smooth it out again. Smooth this out again, move this up. You're going to pick this up, put it down again, bring it to the edge, and then push it back in, just so that it stays on and you're not having the bulkiness and, you know, things going. And then I smooth it all down again, smooth this part down again. Bring this up, and you're doing this very, not so tight that you bend the foam board, but taut. So I guess the word is taut. So you're pushing it here. You see how nice it is? And this will keep you from having to iron it a lot. Now, the other thing that I do is I can't remember which fabrics I wash or not wash. So I do not wash my fabric as soon as I get it home. I wash it before I work on it. And then if I have leftovers, I'll just put a little tab on there that it's been pre-washed. So now see, this looks so nice. It's beautiful, huh? So then I'll just pull that there. We pull this here and we do this again. Now we're going to do this last one. See how it's coming over a little? So what I'm going to do with the last one is I want to tuck it. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold it in right there, and I'm going to pull this over like so. See how pretty that is? I'm going to grab my pin, and this is where we're just going to go at an angle. There we go. See how beautiful that is? So look how perfect. It's so perfect. Such a beautiful piece of fabric rolled around a piece of foam board. But I just absolutely think these are adorable. So now see this one, it's here, you can see the white, and here. So if you want that white to stick out, that's fine, but it doesn't have to. This is also pretty. Some people just want to see the fabric, so you could stack them, and then you can stack them this way. You can stack them this way, however you like. I would like to stack them that way so you'll only see the fabric, but it's however you like to do it. So hopefully that'll help you. A very inexpensive, fun way to store your fabric. If you like my video, please like it. Leave me a comment below with any questions you have. Welcome to my channel, subscribe to my channel, and that really helps my channel get out to more people. And I always forget to do that. So I'll see you on the next one.